I'm not sure I remember perfectly how all this started, except, we've been talking to the world of football for some time now. And of course, in this pause in our own play, it was, it was a part of our, everyday routine is just to be reaching out to, our partners and thinking about the game of football and obviously looking for, for opportunities for, to accelerate our success and, grow our game. And it just so happened we ended up in this discussion with the new ownership group at the XFL, and immediately found some real alignment. What they want to do, and the skills and the background of the group. Danny Garcia and Dwayne Johnson have been long-term business partners, and Dwayne Johnson's success is literally unparalleled. And it led us to, where we are today, which was, look, we just wanted to be transparent. We've got great fans and we have a great group of players, and we thought, before we get too far along, we'll just let the world know that we're talking. We don't know what the outcome of all of this will be, but we are excited to be in this conversation. I think they just want to really grow the game of football. They have a great passion for the game. They want to see football grow in North America. They want to see it grow around the world. They have a great love of the athletes that play our game, of course, as do I, and as do all of us. They see an opportunity to use entertainment and perspectives from the world of entertainment to create greater fan engagement, and that's something we're really very excited about. And so there were just so many different things about that we shared views on, and we have similar values. That it was obvious that there was something here. We don't know exactly what it is, but for all of the CFL fans over these past 4 years that have, shared with me their hopes and dreams for, growing the game, and obviously a big focus on our major markets, Montreal, Toronto, and Vancouver, but all of our markets. And now we're talking with a group that have a particularly spectacular skill set, and that's one of the many reasons why we're excited to be where we are today. Well, I'm going to let Dwayne Johnson speak for himself, but I can tell you my impressions, having got a chance to get to know him a little bit, is his connection to Canada runs deeper than his time in Calgary. His family came to Canada through the Underground Railroad and settled in Nova Scotia. And so he's got this very cool, very long history. And then, his time, in Calgary, his relationship with Wally Buono, Coach Buono, and how all of it really gave him a springboard to the success that he's had. You can feel it when you talk to him. You can feel his love of the game. You can feel his appreciation for the CFL. And I believe all of those things are really helpful. But Chris goes beyond that. You have to look at what he and Danny Garcia have done together. I'm told that if you took the aggregate of Dwayne Johnson's social media platform and accounted for it as a population, he'd be the fourth biggest country in the world. And they have a way of thinking about inclusion, and I think about the things that we're so proud of in the CFL, and our very inclusive approach, including our global initiatives, and all of those things are kind of part of their fundamental DNA. So, Chris, I think that it's a great fit, and of course, again, we don't know where it's going to go. But you can feel their enthusiasm for the CFL every time you talk to them. But I think they saw in that initiative, they saw a huge opportunity that how can we work together? How do we collaborate? How do we how do we get to know the world together? How do we welcome the world into this great game of football? And those are just some of the things that we started talking about that led us to today. And, again, an acknowledgement that we're not exactly sure where this is going to take us, but it felt like the right thing to do was to, tell the football public that, that we're talking and make this process, more transparent. As you know, I've spent a lot of the last 4 years, talking with our fans. I especially love game day and being in our stadiums and stopping to talk to our fans. My own roadshow circuit, which was so helpful for me. And, something that has come up almost at every occasion, I'll have a fan say to me that, it's somebody that loves the game. It's a father or a grandfather or an uncle or an aunt who says, I love this game as much as I love anything in the world of sports. And they said, but my nephew or my niece or my son or my daughter, my grandson or granddaughter doesn't connect with it the same way that I do. And I think, well, that's what this is about. This is about all of those fans, whether they be in Saskatchewan or Manitoba or Alberta or BC or Ontario or Quebec or our friends in Atlantic Canada or all four corners of the country that love our game. It's the passion they have. It's their dream for our game to be bigger. I'd say to them, this is actually goes beyond just pro football. This is how do we help amateur football? How do we energize amateur football? How do we help our friends at U Sports and grow the game there? And I'd say to them, this is about helping us fulfill our potential and working with great partners and exploring opportunities to work together. So, Chris, I'm hoping that CFL fans will be excited and encouraged. But you're right. There will be some trepidation, but I think if we can harness the energy, which I believe is authentic, that everyone wants to see our league, everyone wants to see football in Canada grow and be stronger. I think if we can harness that energy, then this is going to be a very positive experience for us.